The Asus Zenbook Duo 14UX482E is the company's latest dual-screen laptop. To Asus' credit, it's worked hard to ensure that the second screen is more than a mere curio, and it's now more useful and customizable than ever. New 11th Gen Intel processors, plenty of RAM, and a sleek design make this a brilliant premium laptop, but it won't be for everyone. Subscribe our channel and watch up to the end. We will explain everything you want to know about these technology. The Asus Zenbook Duo 14UX482E, announced at CES 2021, is the latest dual-screen laptop from the company, which seems determined to make a case for a second screen on a laptop. Previous Zenbook Duos, plus the gaming-oriented Asus Zephyrus Duo 15GX550, have hinted at the possibilities of the use of a second screen, but while we appreciated Asus trying something different with the laptop form factor, the second screen on those devices have never felt essential. With the Zenbook Duo 14UX482E, Asus is hoping to change that. And the company starts by ensuring it doesn't feel like you're having to pay much extra for the second screen. The base model comes with an Intel Core i5-1135G7 processor, 8GB of RAM and 512GB SSD for $999.99, around £720, 1,290 Australian dollars. That's expensive, but around the same price as laptops with similar specs, such as the Apple MacBook Air M1 2020. That means the second screen isn't really adding a premium to the price of the Zenbook Duo 14UX482E. The base model comes with an Intel Core i5-1135G7 processor, 8GB of RAM and 512GB SSD for $999.99, around £720, 1,290 Australian dollars. That's expensive, but around the same price as laptops with similar specs, such as the Apple MacBook Air M1 2020. That means the second screen isn't really adding a premium to the price of the Zenbook Duo 14UX482E. That's quite a big price jump for UK buyers, and while it offers a step up when it comes to power, there's no option for those looking for a more affordable laptop with more modest specs in the UK, which is a shame. Hopefully that changes in the near future. As far as that second screen is concerned, Asus has also done a superb job of ensuring it hasn't resulted in a bulky laptop. The design is impressively svelte, and the Zenbook Duo 14UX482E boasts the kind of build quality we've come to expect from the company. This looks and feels like a premium laptop. The second screen, or ScreenPad Plus, is the most noticeable feature of the design, adding a 12.65-inch touchscreen with a 1920x515 resolution below the main 14-inch 1080p screen. Thanks to the thin bezels around the screen, moving between the top and bottom displays feels pretty seamless, plus it's large enough to present windows such as email clients. The position of the second screen does mean that the keyboard has been moved down to the front of the bottom half of the laptop. This may in fact prove the most contentious aspect of the Zenbook Duo 14UX482E's design, since it takes a bit of getting used to. It means you'll probably want to use a wrist rest when typing, which will lead you to having to use the laptop on a table or desk. Nevertheless, Asus has worked hard to make the ScreenPad Plus more useful, with an increasing number of third-party apps now supporting the screen. You can now also easily configure it to work with apps that don't have included support, and with a bit of tweaking you can get the second screen to behave the way you want it to. The rest of the performance of the Zenbook Duo 14UX482E is excellent thanks to a series of powerful, modern mobile components. This is an Intel Evo certified laptop, so not only does it pack the latest Intel Core 11th generation processors, it also wakes up from sleep quickly, and its battery lasted almost 12 hours in our test, pretty impressive for such a powerful laptop. Overall, the Asus Zenbook Duo 14UX482E is a premium laptop that delivers excellent performance and superb battery life. Its thin and light design hasn't resulted in a bulky and cumbersome device, and, to Asus' credit, it's continued to work hard to make the ScreenPad Plus a useful tool, rather than a gimmick. While the majority of users will still be fine with a single-screen laptop, creative professionals and content creators may find the ScreenPad Plus a genuine positive that helps speed up their workflow. The most remarkable aspect of the Asus Zenbook Duo 14UX482ES design is the second screen, but we'll get to that in a moment. On first taking the Asus Zenbook Duo 14UX482E out of the box, you wouldn't think that it packed a second screen. It looks like a premium thin and light Ultrabook, which will please anyone worried that the second screen would lead to a bulky device. With dimensions of 12.76 x 8.74 x 0.68 inches, 32.40 x 22.20 x 1.69 centimeters, and a weight of 1.62 kilograms, this is a 14-inch laptop that you should find pretty easy to carry around. It sports the brushed metal finish we've seen on other Zenbooks, and, once again, it results in a laptop that feels both premium and sturdy. The second screen, known as the ScreenPad Plus, sits directly below the main screen. It's a 12.65-inch touchscreen with a 1920 x 515 resolution and stylus support. Sadly, a stylus isn't included. The IPS panel is bright and vibrant, and means that the second screen doesn't feel like a second thought. The ScreenPad on earlier Zenbook Duos didn't appear as bright or vibrant as the main screen. Thankfully, there aren't any such visual discrepancies here. Since the ScreenPad Plus sits just below the main screen, it means that once again the keyboard is brought forward to the bottom of the lower half of the laptop. This will take some getting used to, and more immediately means that there's no place on the laptop to rest your wrists while typing. On traditional laptops, you can use the body of the laptop below the keyboard. If you're working at a desk, then you could use a separate wrist rest, but it makes working on your lap more uncomfortable. If you're looking for a laptop to type on while seated on your sofa, this isn't it. The keyboard features two extra buttons above the touchpad that relate to the ScreenPad Plus. The first one quickly swaps content between the main screen and the second one. This is handy if you want to bring an open window from the main screen to the ScreenPad Plus. A quick tap of this button does that, and resizes the windows to display on the smaller display. The second button disables the ScreenPad Plus, which is useful if you want to preserve battery, or if you're not using the second screen and don't want to be distracted by it or accidentally tap on it. As with previous Zenbook Duo laptops, the touchpad is shifted from its traditional location below the keyboard to the right-hand side. Again, this takes some getting used to. For left-handed people, in particular, it will be difficult to use. The touchpad is also taller and narrower than those found on standard laptops, which limits your movement. However, by tapping 3 fingers on the ScreenPad Plus, it turns it into a big touchpad, providing greater freedom when controlling the laptop. Nevertheless, the majority of people will likely end up using an external mouse, but again, this means the Asus Zenbook Duo 14UX482E feels like a laptop that's better suited to being used on a desk. One rather nice feature is that when you open up the Asus Zenbook Duo 14UX482E, the ScreenPad Plus lifts up slightly on its ergo-lift hinge. Not only does this make the second screen more comfortable to view, but it allows for better airflow. Asus claims a boost of 49%, allowing the powerful components inside the laptop to remain cool. 2 fans inside the laptop, plus a large bore heat pipe, are also on heat-dissipating duties. As such, it shouldn't be an issue, no matter how hard you push the laptop. As for the main screen, this is a 14-inch 1080p IPS touchscreen. The bezels around the screen are pleasingly thin, with Asus claiming a screen-to-body ratio of 93%. This gives the laptop a modern feel, and keeps its size down. One of the most important considerations for people looking for a new laptop is battery life. Consumers are expecting ever longer times between charges, which can pose a challenge when they also expect laptops to deliver for power too. As mentioned earlier, in order to bear the Intel Evo stamp, the Asus Zenbook Duo 14UX482E needs to offer over 9 hours of battery life. The good news is that it quite easily surpasses the dot in our battery tests, where we ran a looped video at 50% brightness, the Asus Zenbook Duo 14UX482E lasted a pretty impressive 11 hours and 50 minutes. Considering the power and additional screen, that's a brilliant achievement, far exceeding the battery life of earlier dual-screen laptops such as the Asus Zenbook, which only managed 5 hours. Buy it if one screen isn't enough. The Asus Zenbook Duo 14UX482E's main selling point is that second screen, so if you spend a lot of time working on a laptop, but find one screen too cramped, you'll love this device. Don't buy it if one screen is enough. For the majority, a traditional laptop with a single screen is perfectly fine. If you've never had the need for a second screen, you don't need it. If you want to know more, I will put in the description about the performance, price, and availability. Write me down below. And don't forget to subscribe if you are new here. It really motivates us to upload new videos. Watch another helpful video on the screen. See you on the next video. Brought to you by Lenisol.